20 shots to 2, 12 on target to 0. In a World Cup final between the champions of Europe and the champions of the world, only one team ever threw a punch. This is how Spain suffocated Argentina, ended Lionel Messi's last World Cup on their own terms, and won their second star. And why the final score, 1-0, actually flatters the losers. July 19th, 2026, MetLife Stadium, New Jersey. The reigning European champions against the defending world champions. Two teams that had reached this final in completely different ways. Spain strolled there. 1 goal conceded in 7 matches, 6 clean sheets, an average of 64% possession, and a semi-final in which a French front line of Mbappé, Dembélé and Olise was held to a third of an expected goal. Argentina survived their way there. Extra time against Cape Verde, extra time against 10-man Switzerland, 3 late goals against Egypt, and a 2-1 comeback against England in the semi-final. Messi setting up Enzo Fernandez's equaliser in the 84th minute, then hanging a cross on Lautaro Martinez's head in the 92nd. Luis de la Fuente named an unchanged 11. The same team that had beaten Belgium and France, with Pedri still on the bench and Alex Baena holding off a fit again, Nico Williams on the left. Lionel Scaloni made 3 changes, recalling Rodrigo de Paul, Nico Gonzalez and Gonzalo Montiel. 8 of Argentina's starters had also started the 2022 final in Qatar, and leading them out, at 39, in his 3rd World Cup final as captain, Lionel Messi, one last time. On paper, Spain lined up in a 4-2-3-1. Unai Simon in goal, Porro, Kubasi, Laporte and Cucurella across the back, Rodri and Fabian Ruiz as the double pivot, Yamal, Olmo and Baena behind Oyarzabal. In practice, the shape never stood still. In build-up, Spain morphed into something closer to a 2-4-3-1. The full-backs supplied the width, while Rodri and Fabian Ruiz dropped deep, almost onto the toes of Kubasi and Laporte. That sounds passive. It was anything but. When Spain's pivots dropped that deep, Argentina's central midfielders, Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister, face a horrible choice. Step up to press, and you vacate the space behind you exactly where Dani Olmo lives. Sit off and Rodri dictates the final untouched. Argentina mostly stepped and Spain's rotations punished the gap. Oyarzabal dropped off the front line, Fabian Ruiz pushed up beyond him, and suddenly there were 3 Spaniards living between Argentina's midfield and defence, and the rotations were asymmetric. On the left, Cucurella pushed chalk high, letting Baena drift infield to combine with Ruiz and Olmo in the half space. On the right, Porro stayed more reserved, and Lamine Yamal simply held the width, waiting for Argentina's block to tilt left so he could isolate Tagliafico 1 against 1. Scaloni's plan was a compact 4-4-2 mid-block. De Paul, Fernandez, McAllister and Gonzalez across the midfield, Messi and Alvarez ahead of them, everyone within touching distance. And for 45 minutes the details were genuinely good. Cristian Romero timed his jumps onto Olmo whenever the ball travelled into him, so Spain's number 10 could never turn. Romero and Lisandro Martinez managed the height of the defensive line cleverly, always ready to drop rather than getting dragged out. And De Paul tracked Cucurella all the way up the pitch, cancelling the overlap Spain's left side is built around. But a block that narrow carries 2 prices. The first was Yamal. With Argentina's midfield squeezed toward the middle, the teenager kept receiving one-on-one and Emiliano Martinez kept having to bail his team out. The second price was more brutal, when your 2 forwards are your only outlet, and one of them is a 39-year-old Messi being starved of every touch. You simply don't transition. Argentina did not register a single attempt on goal in 90 minutes, not one. Finals are decided by structure, but they are broken by attrition, and Argentina were losing pieces from the start. Lisandro Martinez limped off just before half-time, replaced by Otamendi. Montiel made way for Molina before the hour. By the 70th minute, Romero was gone too. The entire first-choice centre-back pairing finished before the final push. Then, deep in second-half stoppage time, the game snapped. Enzo Fernandez, already booked, caught Kubasi and collected a second yellow. 10 men for the whole of extra time. Yamal nearly ended it immediately, forcing a save from a 25-yard free kick. Scaloni retreated step by step. A 4-4-1 first, then Sanasi on for Alvarez and a 5-3-1, with Paredes dropping in to give the back line extra width. It became a wall. And behind that wall, Emiliano Martinez produced a World Cup final record, 11 saves. The winner, when it finally came in the 106th minute, was Spain's whole tournament compressed into one move, and it was built on the bench. Ferran Torres had replaced Oyarzabal just after the hour. Nico Williams came on for Baena on 75, and his directness changed the tone of the siege. Now, watch the goal. Porro delivers from the right half space. Williams attacks the back post and climbs above Molina, caught underneath the flight of the ball, cushioning a header back across the penalty spot, and Ferran Torres arrives first into the pocket in front of the defensive line. The exact zone a 5-3-1 struggles to protect because the midfield three are stretched and nobody drops in time. First time finish, 1-0. Torres became only the second substitute in history to score the winning goal in a Men's World Cup final, and he even had a second goal ruled out for offside. Argentina's wall cracked exactly where walls crack, not behind but in front. Scaloni didn't argue afterwards. His verdict, they were better, that's the truth. Spain finished with over 60% of the ball and 20 attempts to Argentina's 2, and they now hold the European Championship and the World Cup at once. With Yamal, Kubasi and Baena barely into their 20s. Messi leaves the World Cup stage as the champion of 2022 and the finalist of 2026. A captain in 3 finals, matched in appearances on that stage only by Cafu. But the bigger lesson belongs to Spain. Argentina defended their title with heart in words, and heart doesn't create shots. Spain won this final the way the best teams win everything, by controlling every phase, trusting the structure when the game turned ugly, and carrying a bench good enough to finish what the system started.